Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, spoiler alert, there is no sneak peek as of right now. I don't know if we're going to be getting one. For whatever reason, I don't know. I was literally given zero information, so I don't know. We just weren't given the sneak peek because it's not ready yet or something, but the season is still on the way, 100%. It's not going to get delayed or anything weird like that. I guess they're just having, I can't get into too much detail, but from what I understand, they're having issues with just physically, getting the preview ready for us. So I don't have that for you today, unfortunately. But what we are going to do is we're going to speculate on what season 39 could be. And we're also going to go over some general tips that I think could play a factor for this season. So let's get into, we actually have some crab. So let's do a little crabby goodness here. And let's blast up, let's just go full boost craziness. Because why not? I mean, we don't need the offensive boosts right now. But we can grab, we can get some nice loot. And I got the powder to burn, so why not? I do eventually still want to do a VP point push at some point. But I just had over 1,000 power powders, so we're looking pretty good there. Let's see what the traders got in store. Free trader crate. Always make sure you're grabbing that. Yeah, I have been upgrading my heroes. The abilities, I got 1,500 hero tokens. Why would I not spend them? There's not going to be a hero that comes out that's going to be like thousands of hero tokens to upgrade their abilities that are amazing, right? So let's. Also big shout out to the chicken shippers. Everyone, make sure that you're joining up either this task force or I opened up a chicken ship. What is it called? 2? Nope, screwed up my own name. It's all one word. Chicken ship space 2. Yeah, there we go. Wow, we got a lot of members in here. All right, so join up this one if you don't meet the requirements for the main one, which is basically just be somewhat of a high level in warships. Eventually, we're going to kind of filter through the lower level warship guys into chicken ships 2. And then if we need to, we'll make a chicken ships 3. So thank you for those of you that have joined. That's what's going on there. Apologies for the lack of communication. It's I don't have the time. I simply don't have the time. But we got a lot of good guys in there that'll get you sorted. So what are we talking about? We're talking about season 39. So we don't have a sneak peek. It might be coming at some point. I don't know. I literally don't know anything. So I apologize. But yeah. Yeah, so season 39, we know the title is Power Up. That could essentially mean anything. And, what I think is going to happen is I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy. Because typically when we see really wild stuff, like we have in the past where, the tech tree is full of proto-tanks or last season where we had all the extra abilities. Typically that's baked into the name and it's fairly obvious. Power Up is one of those seasons to me where it seems like it could mean anything and it probably doesn't mean anything. There's probably nothing new. It's probably just a different layout of the tech tree, right? So that's not a bad thing. As long as the tech tree is good, then I'm cool with whatever they do, because warships, at the end of the day, it's a lot of fun. And last season's tech tree was fine. It wasn't bad or anything, but again, I felt like the pacing of the whole season was off a little bit. It was hard to get those push points. Now, season 39 is going to be a 4-week season. We got to keep that in mind. So with that, what are some tips that we can go over for the longer season, right? It just makes your tech tree choices so much more important. So the biggest piece of advice, if you come away with this video with nothing else but this one thing, be patient. Don't rush ahead unless you're 150% sure you want to go that route, because the for the 4-week seasons, the key costs of the season. Sorry, the key costs of the tech notes are not adjusted to reflect the fact that we get less keys and tokens in each chest. Now, the season goes longer, so I think it kind of evens out in the end, or maybe it makes it harder to reach the end of the tech tree, but something like that. But it just doesn't it doesn't allow for, making a mistake and then turning around the next day and correcting it. It might take you 2 days to turn around and correct that, right? So you just have to be really careful, really cautious. Don't, especially on day one, I would not unlock everything. I'd get up, get your chest. The longer seasons, they're more of a marathon than they are a sprint. The shorter seasons, they can be a sprint at some points. Last season, definitely not, but the longer seasons are definitely, you want to make the long play. Even if something is good for the moment, and it sets you back like 3 or 4 days from getting, what's good at the end of the tree, that's when you want to be in good position. Because if you look at last season, for example, I was kind of in that boat where, no pun intended, boat, warships, Boom Beach, landing crafts, really funny. I was kind of in that boat where, I didn't make great choices right out of the gate, but I didn't double down on them, and I didn't, make any more mistakes than I needed to. We just played it out, and we played, our hand, and we just waited. We just sat like a snake in the grass and just waited and licked our lips, and kind of an odd description, I guess, but you know what I mean. We just waited for our chance to strike, and then when it came, we did just that, and we were able to finish the season really strong. So it's all about getting to the, effective tech at the end of the season, unless there's something magical in there. And with a long season, that's a really risky play. It can still happen, for sure. If there's seekers, at 3 engines or something ridiculous, then yeah, of course you want to bypass everything and get to that immediately. But, it just becomes higher risk and in the longer seasons because it's harder to correct that kind of stuff. So just be, just to have that in mind, I guess, is the biggest tip. Now, something else for the longer seasons is, typically I find it's a lot easier to burn out. So, again, it kind of goes back to the first point, really. It's kind of a catch-all, I guess, but it goes back to the first point where it's like, if you don't have the right tech and you're not doing well, don't, do what I did last season in rank 19, and don't do 500 attacks. That's, a very quick way to get burnt out on the season and then not want to play it anymore. If you're lower in rank at any point throughout the entire season, I always say this during Warships, the leaderboards do not matter until the very end of the season, and it's true. So, don't get bummed out if you're late to gold or if you're late to diamond. Again, you just want to wait, be patient, farm up keys and chests and whatever, play a little bit. Yeah, you're probably going to lose a lot and it's annoying and whatever, but just keep in mind that your time is going to come, so you just got to wait for it. That's really it sounds simple because it is. That's really all it comes down to. And you just got to make sure that you're ready to go once you do put that time in. And if you've been playing, hundreds and hundreds of battles, struggling, going up from, low 18 to 1950 to, back and forth, trying to get to 20, don't do that. You don't need to do that. I've made that mistake lots of times, and we don't need to do it. So, yeah, those are basically 2 tips, but I feel like those are 2 really good tips for, the difference between the short season and the longer season. And without a sneak peek, that's basically all I could go off of today, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm doing the best I can with what I got, which is literally nothing. So appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for season 39 whenever it comes out. There might be a sneak peek, I don't know. I'm going away this weekend and I'm coming back. I'll be here obviously on Sunday for the live stream at 4 a.m. I think. So if we do get, any kind of updates on what the season is, I'll do like a short video. I won't be able to make an actual video, but I'll just do like a short, quick one. And I'll also post stuff on my Instagram at thechicken24, which is probably the place to follow me for those kind of quick updates. So yeah, sorry. And let me know what you think down below in the comment section. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch the next one, guys. Chicken out. Back.